Alright, let's see if this is working now. Alright, look left, look right, left, right, left, right. Is it still choppy? Nope. So, I wonder what was causing that. Well, let's see. I've got everything set up right. Partially. This is on the wrong one. 23. Well, hello everybody and welcome back. This is episode 23. Hopefully we can keep what we did yesterday going. Apart from all of the technical difficulties I had, I actually managed to keep my quality up. The video didn't get fuzzy. Although I did have to adjust some settings to make Twitch work again. Oh, I gotta sneeze. I got to the mute button. But yeah, having my CPU handle both of them, it was prioritizing the recording while the stream was choppy. So I think I've got that fixed now. As long as my quality's still holding up, that's all I care about. If my quality goes down, then I'm going to revert that setting, and I'm just probably going to have to quit streaming and just record only. But hopefully it don't do anything. All I did was take my quality preset on OBS from the highest to just better quality preset. And now Twitch is working. Yeah. And Twitch quality always just sucks. Because they've got such a low limit to what you can put on them. Yeah, the Twitch VODs just always suck. It looks better in video. I don't know why Twitch limits your video quality that low. Only 6,000 per minute or per second. And you can't go above 1080. So the Twitch streams just kind of suck. And I've noticed that before while watching Twitch is quality's always just kind of iffy, even on other people's channels. I'm usually somebody that watches the VODs. But yeah, hopefully lowering that quality from bestest or whatever it was to better doesn't tank my video quality. Because I was so excited. I was already not feeling well and just wasn't having a very good time yesterday. And then when I finally got that uploaded and saw that I still had the same quality, it was still a good video. It wasn't fuzzy or choppy or fucked up. Oh, that felt great. I felt like I was actually getting somewhere for once. And I have had yet to have that feeling. So it was great. Kind of sucked that Twitch gave out on me, but I don't have anybody on Twitch anyways. I'm thinking about splitting the videos on YouTube if I do have quality fixed. into two different playlists. Before quality was fixed and after. That way, if anybody really wants to go back and see what's going on, even just to skim a video, they could. Like I said, I've also just been entertaining the idea of possibly even after this car, uh, starting up a new game. If my quality holds out. If my quality holds out after this video and Twitch is working right now, that means I've finally got everything set up the way it needs to be to record. Which means I don't have to sit here and try and fiddle with this every day again. Sitting there trying things. I don't know what to do about the Twitch quality. I'm gonna have to reach out to somebody that does Twitch to see if there's any way to make that not suck so fucking much. Yeah, Twitch quality is just bad. Like, I can alt tab out and fuck, I think Twitch looks worse than my videos. Apart from the video yesterday. Like I said, that one had good quality and good mic, no buzz. That was the cream of the crop video I've had so far. And I butchered the way you were supposed to say that. I think for celebrating, if I keep video quality on this video too, I think for celebration, I'm gonna break out my my can of Keystone turkey. I eat a lot of canned meat. It's cheap, it lasts a long time, and it ain't bad. But them big cans of that Keystone turkey, that's good eating. I try not to eat those unless I need them because they're one of the things that cost a bit more. Making myself hungry now. Oh, what was that? Oh, that was GT. Well, huh? We actually didn't lose anything. I mean, I tried to make the turn. I was slowing down, but I expected us to explode. I couldn't get to the reset button because I was busy lighting a cigarette with the other hand. So I was just trying to just miss the pole. Oh, I got my cigarette lit. That's all that matters. I'm gonna check Twitch really quick. Yeah, bad quality. I don't care. Oh, ain't neither one of these cars we're working on. Oh, that's a let's go. I don't know why I thought that was a GT for a minute. Or not a GTA Golf. Well, has anybody done anything interesting? Anybody find any cool YouTubers? I just found this Minecraft YouTuber, Midnight Vix, I think. Midnight Vix, VIX. He makes these really, really long videos of like horror Minecraft and titles here's some stuff for you to listen to when you go to sleep. Which works perfectly for me because I might be weird, but if anybody's been around YouTube for long time, they might remember a Gmod channel called Game Somnius, and they did a lot of horror Gary's Mod videos. They played just about every map that was on Steam back then. I've for the last 10 or so years, I've just watched all of their videos on repeat to go to sleep. I do miss Glower and Viper and all of them. The camera did something weird when we went over the speed bump there. I don't know what to think about that. Yeah, a lot of the channels I really, really liked watching, they disappeared. Some of them was like 13 years ago. Some of them were like 8 years ago. Some of them were like 5. But almost all of them have more or less just gone off. A lot of them weren't gigantic YouTubers like Markiplier or any of them, but quite a few of them had enough to get by, enough to live off of it. And they just kind of disappeared. I don't know, they got bored. I think a couple of them died, unfortunately. And then you had some that just had a drama and splitting apart like a Venturian Tale. That was a messy. Their channel had a messy downfall. Just infighting and everything. By the end there, they were just basically all at each other's throats over stupid shit like religion, being gay, that kind of stuff. Because if I remember correctly, it's been a number of years since I've read up on what exactly happened with Venturian Tale. But if I remember correctly, the sisters or something ended up being lesbian, and the whole family and basically ousted them for it. Because I guess they were a fairly heavily Christian family. It's been years since I read up on that, so if anything I said is wrong, please take it with a grain of salt. I'm not trying to spread misinformation. I'm just trying to go off of memory, and that's been, God, that's probably been, it's got to be getting close to, Venturia Trail's got to be getting close to being like 10 years now that they've been gone. Maybe 7 or 8, actually. Not 10. I don't know, it's been a long time. A lot of that stuff just fades with me. I've been watching one of my few childhood YouTubers. Well, not childhood, teen year YouTubers is still up and around though, like the Rad Brad, Yippee Ki Mr. Falcon. Uh, Obviously you have XP gamers, Last Stand gamers, Space Engineers peoples. You got Dragist. No, he just goes by Dre now, though, don't he? Yeah, he split his name up, made 2 channels. One's Gassed and one's Dre. Clever. I'll give him that. I remember when he first started his Besiege videos. I don't know. I've been around the internet for a long time. Seen a lot of them come and go. And I think the things I miss most is probably Counter Strike Source. I used to play that so much. Oh, and Brain Bread too. I haven't thought of that game in at least 6 years. I wonder if they still have servers up. I'd love to start. I would love for that game to get popular again. I've also seen the rise and fall of a bunch of dumb games. And not so dumb games. Like I remember what was it called? Loadout. That game, way over the top, dumb. It didn't stay popular very long. It basically snuffed itself out. I'm not sure what happened, or if it just went naturally. And you got Heroes in general. It's only been gone for a year or two now. Games I had a more bittersweet time seeing go was like RoboCraft. I was one of the pre-alpha players for that game. I remember back when they had block tiers, and I remember before they added ability to heal or any of that stuff. That game just got, they killed their own game with that one. They ruined that shit. That was a good game back in the day. I wonder how long till the games I like and play now will be things that people are just going, oh yeah, remember when that game died? Just be an afterthought in the whole internet, I guess. History, I don't know how you'd put it. I ain't exactly wise. Man, it's only been 18 minutes. That is entirely too short. We'll go 100 today. There just ain't been nothing to stop at today. So we'll just double it. Uh, Now I got a bittersweet taste in my mouth. Stupid passage of time. I guess nobody can stop the passage of time, though. It's gonna happen one way or the other. Now, there ain't anything here. So we're eating the emergency rations. What the fuck? There wasn't anything here a second ago. There sure as fuck wasn't zombies. I guess it just was not loading in properly. I don't see any gold paint. There's part of me. I didn't see any gold paint on the shelf, so no reason to stop, but wonder if we got too far ahead the world generation. That's one of the reasons why I kept it to 50 kilometers. If you didn't have a bunch of stops and you just kept going at top speed, you end up getting ahead of the world gen. Oh, it's a triclops. I've been sitting there trying to make out that pink monstrosity. Yeah, I'm hoping that, as I think about all these YouTubers and games that have passed by in the last, what, 2 decades for me, I've, I've, I've watched a lot of stuff pass while I've been on the internet over a, like I said, a fairly long period of time. But I'm hoping that, I can just keep making videos and, like I said, whether I get popular or not, I just want to be somebody that you can always go, oh, look, he's still around. Watch me for nostalgia's sake or not. I just want to be something that people can be rely on always being there for as long as my health lets me, at least. Especially with the last few years, all these big YouTubers just retiring one after the other. Just depressing. I mean, on one hand, I get where they're coming from, kinda. It's like, oh well, I've done this for so long, and I just don't like it anymore. But on the other hand, you know what? I don't like working in a factory every year, year after year either. But it was an income. At least being a YouTuber, you can do that at home where you're comfortable. And it's not like it's not a 12-hour shift in the factory being a YouTuber. It's not. I can never understand. I guess I've just been hard at work for too long. I could never understand why anyone would pass up, even if you didn't like it anymore, even if you fucking hated it, how you could pass up just recording for your income instead of doing anything else. Because I don't understand it. I would much rather make my income through something, even if I fucking hated it. If I could do it at home where I was comfortable, air conditioning, all that, I don't. I do not care if I hated it to my core. I would do it year after year, day after day. Just because I've been in and out of all these factories and all this shit for years, and I've about had it. So, yeah, like I said, I'm a bit biased on it. So, on one hand, I can kind of understand where they're coming from about not wanting to do it on the other anymore. But on the other hand, you gotta look at the real pictures here. If you pass up the ability to sit there and stream, record for even if it takes 4 to 6 hours a day, that's still better than going and working a 9 to 5 or what I've done most of my life, working 12-hour shifts, 6 or 7 days a week. Sometimes instead of 12, you get sacked with a 14 or a 16. But then on the other hand, a lot of them big ones that are retiring, they've made their fucking money. They're set for life. So they don't really give a damn. They won't go back to work either way. And I look at people like that and, oh, I don't have very kind things to say about them. And I sure as fuck. Because even if you're a gigantic YouTuber, even if you quit right then and there, you're going to still get trickle income from everything you've posted over the years. But, when them big YouTubers quit, I stop all contact. I unsubscribe. I quit watching their shit. I just too pissed off to watch it. I like the YouTubers that just keep going, year after year, day after day. The ones that even though they don't like the job anymore, they like to know that they're cheering somebody else, helping somebody get through the day. Like I've had low points in my life where I've only reason why I haven't sat there and stood down a 12 gauge was because I wanted to see how a series went or something. A lot of them big YouTubers, they've got people that the only reason why they're still around and living is because of the content. Some people just break. Everyone does eventually. Don't make you weak. Don't make you special for breaking either. It just happens. Some people don't. I know some people that just don't. They keep going, they keep going, and their body will give out before their mind does. But that's that's not the majority of the people. Now, I think a lot of people that watch YouTube anymore use it for white noise, keep them out of their own head. That's what I've always done. Do anything to keep me out of my own head. There's a lot of stuff in there I just don't want to think about, don't want to see. So that's why I said it's always been a dream of mine to sit here and be a YouTuber, a streamer, get an audience, because I want to be the guy that helps somebody else stay out of their head. But for having nobody even in a nobody watches videos, nobody watches the streams. But here I am still. Put in effort. Just keep talking. Sooner or later I'll pick up at least a couple of people. Somebody will like the way I sound, or, oh, will like the white noise I provide. Hell, they might even like the content. But sooner or later, I'll get somebody. It may not be a lot of people, but it'll be somebody. And as soon as I have somebody, that's just another reason to keep going and keep trying. I need to, at some point, try and figure out some more stuff. I've got to. I've been ignoring it because I just wasn't paying attention. But I need to take a picture of my ID for YouTube so they can make my Twitch link actually clickable. World we live in where they need to have an ID to make that link clickable is dumb, but I need to go ahead and do that. So I've got to do that at some point. Oh, I'll probably do it today when I go to upload this video. Been putting it off because I've been waiting on my new ID in the mail, and I finally got it in the mail yesterday. So I can do that. That'll make my links actually clickable for anybody that wants to ever try and do the Twitch, support me on Twitch, or even watch it on Twitch. For the off chance anybody ever catches me live. Well, anybody watching the video, why don't you leave a message? What do you think the first YouTuber you ever watched? I was like, oh my god, this guy's helping me through life, or is just somebody first reason you as soon as you get home from work, or for the youngins get off of school, that kind. What's the first thing you do? Who's the first YouTuber you go, is he released something today? I'll be interested to see what everybody else had. Like I said, the YouTubers I liked and was excited for every day, they're long gone. So I don't really have that feeling anymore. I usually just get home from work and I play one of my own games for a little bit and then go to sleep, and then I usually only get oh 2-4 hours of sleep, and it's back on to the factory for another 12 to 14 to 16 hour shift, depending on how they want to shaft you that night with mandatory overtime. Because they never let you know it's coming ahead of time. Nowhere I've ever worked has. It's always last minute, hey, you're going to be here 2, 4, 6 hours. Usually it's 2 hours. 14-hour shift usually turns in, or a 12-hour usually turns into a 14. Like I said, I get home, I don't have time to do much anything else, so I usually play a game for 30, 40 minutes, eat a can of processed meat or crackers, something like that. I don't ever eat healthy. I haven't ate healthy in years. You used to have somebody that would try and keep me healthy, but they're they're gone. So I just kind of ignore it anymore. Whatever gets me through the day. Every blue moon, when I have a couple of dollars left, there's a nice old restaurant around me. And they're pretty cheap. Usually go in there to eat. It only costs me somewhere between $6 and $10. But whenever I have some money, I'll be getting off of work at 4, 6 a.m. They open at 5. So I usually go there, get me usually a double order, biscuits and gravy. That's NASCAR orange. But I think that's the only luxury I actually have. I don't uh I don't buy junk food. I don't buy chips. I don't even buy good bread. I get usually a loaf of thin sliced wheat, some off-brand company at Kroger, because it's only used to only be like 40 cents a loaf, but now it's a buck 10 a loaf. That's still about $1.60 cheaper than everywhere else anymore. If I were to get some nice bread, but bread, who really cares if it's good or not? Yeah, I don't pay for any streaming services either. The only thing I've got is I pay for internet, and I've had a YouTube subscription for oh probably 15 years now. Has it been that long? I'm trying to think of when YouTube Premium started. Somewhere between 10 and 15. I'd have to actually check my thing to see how long I've had it. And that's gone up over the years. It used to only be like $8. Nowadays it's costing me $19 a month. But I think that's the only luxury item I pay for. What does this go to? Oh. Alright. We got a new part. Oh, I see. It's a trunk shelf. We know what the 8 parts on that are. Nah, I don't think it's alien. We'll keep this radiator. Is there any other parts around here? Is that the other tail light? It is. I'm making some progress. Now we just need that other tail light. Oh, that's the radio. We have the radio. Passenger? I think it's driver's side that I'm missing. Yeah, I've got passenger. Oh, we're almost at the 100-kilometer mark. We'll stop at this gas station, fill up our stuff. Check our gas too while we're here. Nothing on the pumps, huh? See if we can find another can to put in our emergency reserve stash. Heart, cart on cart action right there. Yep. They even brought the chicken. Man, they have a lot of people watching too. How's Twitch looking? Same as always. So we made some progress today. Tail light, trunk rack, radiator. What are we at, 46? Yeah. Some progress is better than no progress. I think the best video on my channel's got 40 views so far. And most people left after 5 minutes, and that's because it was one of the ones that had bad quality. It was back when I still had a bad mic even. Ooh, I didn't think we were gonna miss that. We did though. Good too, because I was late on the button. Yeah, I hope any of them 40 people come back, look at one of the newer videos to see if anything's fixed. Kinda running out of things to talk about here. I ain't had a lot to talk about, and I'm not a very interesting person. I ain't got a lot to think about, talk about. That I don't cook or do anything fancy I could talk about. I think the only interesting thing I did is I tried eating a turkey sandwich a different way. I put Put grape jelly on it, and then a piece of turkey. It was alright, but am I gonna do it again? Probably not. I just had some dried out turkey at Need 8, and I was trying to find other ways to eat it. What I should have done is put some honey on bread with a piece of turkey. But I didn't have any honey, so I was like, oh, well, let's see what grape jelly tastes like. Wasn't bad, but wasn't best either. I think that's the most interesting thing I've done all week. We're coming up on only 3 more kilometers. That is a GT. Shouldn't have stopped. We're losing speed. Something broke. How did that get open? They both opened again. Damn it. It's been a while since we had that bug. I was hoping it was fixed. I was really hoping that was fixed. Yeah, we haven't had that bug, I don't think, since we were in the truck. No, was that the truck? I think that was the Musco. Either way, it's been a while since we've had that bug. Now we're pulling up on our mark. Hope none of y'all minded me rambling. But we're gonna go ahead and call it here. Hope everyone has a good night, good day, and a good life. Take it easy out there, y'all.